Alright, hello and welcome to Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. How's it going? We're going to do another whip and chat here with The Colors of Life by Chuck Pinson from Dreamer Designs. This is no longer available through Dreamer Designs, but feel free to check out the Diamond Art Club website or app for a similar version of this. This is 80 by 60 centimeters, 31.5 inches by 23.6 inches, 52 colors, including one AB, which stands for Aurora Borealis, and they're an iridescent coated type of drill that sparkles a little brighter than that of regular drills. Alright, we're on color 34938, and it's just kind of a diagonal kind of, yeah, I think it was just like down here kind of. Yeah. 938. Did I start that color? No. Okay, I think I just marked it to start it. Okay, let's find it. It's a brown. Yep. Yeah, it's a brown. Hopefully you're having a wonderful weekend so far. I work later tonight at my part-time. Yeah, so sneaking in a whip and chat now. Before my mom has to come out here. Alright. Hopefully your crafts and other endeavors are going well. Alright. I almost got distracted by YouTube shorts and stuff. I finally watched 21 Jump Street, the movie. That was quite a wild ride. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, yeah, that movie. Based on a TV series. Okay. Yeah, I watched it off of Amazon Prime. Good thing. It's just one of those kind of movies that just it's satirical, it's a comedy, so yeah, doesn't take itself seriously. Yeah. They're a pair of not the best cops who go undercover in a high school to figure out who's dealing some sort of deadly drug. I wonder if the 21 Jump Street series was something like that. I wonder if they were undercover or something. I'm not sure. I'd never seen the TV series, so it's based on the TV series, the 21 Jump Street movie, so couldn't tell you, but yeah, it was alright. Jonah Hill and Channing Tatum, quite a pair. So it had funny parts in it, yeah. I don't really have too high expectations for comedy movies, but I kind of keep the bar low. Just kind of watch it for what it is. Yeah, Amazon Prime wanted me to watch 22 Jump Street like right after. It's like, next movie, 22 Jump Street. Oh, excuse me. The sneeze there. I'm not really huge into movies as I once was, but yeah, it's nice to see a movie every once in a while. But if it's raining out or not, it just kind of sounds like the highway could be a little slick. The sky is getting pretty dark. Like it wants to storm or something. We could possibly get right. Of course, my nose wants to run once I start sneezing. Typical. Yeah, I've been watching Grand Theft Auto kind of videos, and yeah, now my YouTube shorts are picking up a lot of Grand Theft Auto random facts and stuff. Or like San Andreas and all that. Hidden stuff, hidden features, or various facts about each of the games. I think it was like the original 3D trilogy, San Andreas. Crap. There were like three of them: Grand Theft Auto 3, San Andreas, and another one. Vice City? Yeah, Vice City. There you go. I didn't realize that was like a trilogy until it's kind of mentioned that way, but it's okay. I saw them as like three different Grand Theft Auto games. Just standalone Grand Theft Auto games, but oh. Yeah, I think a couple of those got remastered recently or re-released. Just in better definition or something. But yeah, Cat Axel was getting a little skittish today. He must just know ahead of time if a storm is coming. Seems a little unsettled today. He's been skittish for a couple days. He just does not like storms. So hopefully he's like relaxing somewhere. Just go below my nose just a sec. Okay, that's better. I came back. Be a very brief pause for you guys, but yeah. I think I am hearing thunder, so quite possibly getting a storm. Sure, Axel is very amused. Probably down on my bed. Poor kitty. Just not a big fan of storms whatsoever. Well, at least he has like places to go in the house to just kind of get away from the storm. Well, I think Cat's hearing is amplified a few times, or way more sensitive than that of human hearing. So, probably a way he can tell if a storm system's coming, or just seeing the skies darkening maybe makes him nervous too. It must be a sense that cats have or something. Well, yeah, I can kind of sense the storm's coming by like the leaves curling. I see the leaves curling in the trees, in the foliage. That's something I learned years ago, but that could also be heat stress for the trees, but a sign of heat stress. Yeah, there is thunder. Yeah, Axel's not going to be amused. It's going to go hide somewhere. Oh, yeah. Ultra sensitive hearing. Yeah, I don't blame him. Poor kitty. Oh, here's more of these. Are more of these symbols? Okay. This brown's just kind of everywhere. Okay, that might be it for that brown. Might. High possibility. Okay, I'll put this color away for now. Guess it's the official first weekend of summer, apparently. I think summer came in at like 10 something last night. Yeah, 10:30 or something last night, officially. Summer solstice or something was yesterday. Yeah, so, yay. Talking about summer blockbusters on the radio. Which one do you want to go see? Okay, do the right hand facing arrow here. 3371. Okay, let's check it out. Here we go. Just a dark brown? Yeah, that's what it looks like. 3371, yeah. Looks like a dark brown. Cool. Yep, 3371. Yeah, really dark looking brown. Probably looks different on the camera compared to this is the lower foundational part of the gazebo in the foreground here. Yeah, been on this section for quite a bit, but yeah, for the amount that I now sit down and record. Basically work 6 days a week, so yeah. Kinda have to keep the bill payments going. Okay, here's that. Summer blockbusters. I guess the last Final Reckoning, Mission Impossible was one of them. Heard of Naked Gun. There's a remake of that. I guess a trailer was released yesterday for that. There's another Smurfs movie. I heard this on the radio this morning, so F1 is out. I think that's one of the blockbusters. Elio from Disney Pixar. Yeah, don't know about too many of the movies, but yeah, I've seen a couple trailers for Elio, Disney's Elio. Animated one. Computer animated one, that is. Kid and an alien. A kid that wants to get abducted by aliens actually does. Yeah. Kind of a summary of that one. I think Disney and Pixar like plan these movies out like years in advance. That's what they did for Toy Story and Monsters Inc., etc. Sat down, a couple executives just sat down and like just planned out a release schedule for these movies. You'd almost have to for the amount of time it takes to produce something like that. Animated features of that scope. So. Yeah, Avengers Doomsday. I think there's like murmurs about that. I don't think Doomsday is for another couple years. Maybe a couple more summers away. So I think there's just speculation and rumors of what they're doing with that. Yeah. I don't think there's an Avengers movie this year, so I don't know what Marvel's doing for their universe there. I'm kind of out of the loop with that stuff. You kind of have to look that stuff up. Yeah, for sure I've watched like the original Avengers movies and Iron Man and all that. Captain America, Black Panther, yeah. Watched those like a while ago, but the newer Marvel movies, yeah. Seen Doctor Strange and then the follow-up Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness or something. Seen that. I haven't seen Avengers Endgame or anything like that. Yeah, I'm just kind of out of date with more recent movies. 21 Jump Street was just suggested to me by a coworker. I had heard of it, but just never like sat down and watched it until like last night. Yeah, I made my way through it, of course. It was fine. Not really too extremely finicky with movies, but it's just finding a time slot to sit down and watch a movie. I was like just over an hour and a half long, like an hour and 40 minutes. Like, That's a good length for like a comedy movie. Like, I don't know. Major movies are like almost like 3 hours these days. It's like, holy cow. Minimum a couple of hours, but it seems like 3 hours is the new magical length for a movie. I don't know, just a couple that I can think of. Oh well, they kind of make those movies big in scope. Marvel movies, especially. A lot of details are built into those to kind of build the universe and like insert various details in story, lore. It can't be extremely easy to adapt comics in a book to full length full length movies. Like there's going to be similarities and like the characters from the comics portrayed, obviously, but yeah, it's not going to be 100% what you see in the comics or what people have read in the comics. Like, yeah. Yeah, I guess the Tobey Maguire trilogy had Spider-Man uh, actually physically spray his web from his hands somehow. And then in the actual comics, it was web spraying fluid that had to be refilled in the other versions of Peter Parker. Yeah. I didn't know those kind of details until it was magically posted on YouTube. Like somebody researches this stuff or just looks up these details or something. It's like just committed to those movies. Or just really perceptive or have read the comics and just actively noticed or made note of it. Those details. So I don't know why you just can't transfer what's in written material or literature to a movie screen, like one for one. I don't know why that happens. Well, could be that producers or directors have to find an actor to that looks like or resembles the character portrayed in the books or literature. Yeah, you probably won't get like an exact replication of what happens in a book or a comic because, yeah, may or may not be possible to actually do in real life. So, just kind of at least trying to get as close to the source material as possible is what directors and producers try to do. But since movies are a highly visual media not driven by imagination, which books describe, and you perceive what you read with your imagination from the material. Movies have to present what somebody looks like or acts like in a visual medium kind of way. So you kind of see what you see in a movie, and then a book, there's kind of more flexibility as you could imagine what a character looks like or acts like, or how you feel about how a character reacts to situations in written material. Yeah. Two very different mediums, but they support each other. The written medium and the visual mediums have to work in tandem kind of to translate to a movie. Yeah, it probably isn't an easy endeavor to kind of create a visual version of a very popular literature-based universe or story, which means you can't make everybody happy, and you kind of have to omit details or change something up to suit the visual medium of movies. Yeah, so comic book fans probably get up in arms about some details omitted in the movies and stuff, but it'd be like 6-hour movies instead of 3-hour movies if every detail was going to be explored for each movie. Sure, Marvel, like the Marvel Cinematic Universe, purposely connects each movie to one another to have an overarching plot line or story. Like, it kind of does make sense. It's a universe where characters are interacting with one another on a multi-movie basis. So it's kind of important to establish some connections or storylines or events to continue the story, even though it may be totally different main characters being in the focus of another film. So the Avengers kind of brings all the heroes together. So, and then, like Captain America, for example, is what happens to Captain America when he's with his particular group of people. Then Iron Man, it's what happened to him and who he knows within his tight-knit group kind of thing. Spider-Man, him and his friends, what he has to deal with on his own. Yeah, so the Avengers, yeah, just brings everyone together, and the stories mesh based on, yeah, each character's interactions with one another. So, yeah, it's not the easiest thing to probably manage. But anyway, you've been watching Echoes of Color with Jeffery Morrison. Down below in the description, I put the main website link for Conquer. I'm doing a 10,000 kilometer distance challenge in a year kind of thing. It was previously 5,000 kilometers in a year, but yeah, I had like surpassed that come like May, early May. So yeah, that's biking and walking in general, physical activity. So yeah. And I will put down that this is no longer available through Dreamer Designs, but Diamond Art Club, as I'll just keep mentioning, just so everybody's aware. But anyway, take care. All the best with your crafting endeavors. And I'll see you again sometime soon. Bye.